Let's go with Brian. Brian, do you remember the quote he said? And this is Brian's quote. He's from the US, so I don't want to get sued. This is Brian's quote. I did not invent it. This is not a copyright infringement. Okay? But what did Brian say? Brian said to you, he said, your job is to make the future so irresistible that it becomes inevitable. Still remember that? Okay, thank you, first rows. If he said it like that, you would be, okay, Brian, my job is to make the future irresistible and inevitable. Nice. But Brian didn't do that. Brian didn't do that. Brian came, and I'm going to do it a bit in my way, but it's the same technique. He came and he said, it's your job as illustrators, as developers, as agencies, you to think about the future. Not today, but think about tomorrow, because there's where it's happening. Because people want change, but they don't want to be changed. So it's your job to make the future irresistible. And if you make the future irresistible, it has one purpose. And that is that the future becomes inevitable. So it's your job to make the future irresistible so it becomes inevitable. See what happened? I exaggerate a bit, of course, but the whole room changed. You're like, oh my God, the future irresistible, it becomes inevitable. What is going on? It's the same words, but brought to you in a very different way. In such a way that all the speakers you saw at this conference that you really liked mastered this technique. If you look at Barack Obama, Mel Robbins, Brene Brown, Simon Sinek, they all mastered this technique. And the good news is, you do too. You're just not aware of it. You're already doing it. You're just not aware of it. And when are you doing it? Remember this, when you are truly you. And when are you truly you? When you're with colleagues, friends, family, or alone. All the rest of the time we see a version of you. I want that true you on the stage, in the boardroom, in the meeting, in the Zoom call. Because if you are truly you, your body and voice will know what to do. That rhymes, I know. There you go. But remember that, they will know what to do. And I'll give you an example. I'll make it very concrete to you. Who here has pets at home? Dogs, cats, hamsters? There you go. Lady in the middle, what's your name? Denisa. Ooh, that's a nice name. Denisa, what do you have? Dog, cat, hamster? A dog, and you have a whole farm. Okay, cool. Dog, what's the dog's name? Joy? Oh my God, I thought Dobre. Dobre would be great. But Joy, what do you do for a living?
I work in marketing and communication.
You can be as vague as possible. I work in marketing communication. Okay, and you have a dog named Joy. For the people over there, a dog named Joy, marketing communication. Be honest, if you come home after this festival, do you have a dog voice?
A dog what?
A dog voice, the way you talk to your dog, Joy.
Not anymore.
Oh, not anymore? That's the first time in my whole life I had to...
He's like super old.
Okay, yeah, and he's deaf, but you had your dog... That's communication marketing. They're always messing with the mind. Keep them guessing, keep them guessing. I was in my room and I thought, please, if I pick someone out of the audience, answer normally. And then I have Denise. There goes your job, Antonia. Nice. No, but you had a dog voice. You had a dog voice. Are you willing to do it? No, you don't have to do it. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it. But you have a dog voice, and I also have 2 cats, and I also have a cat voice, because here at DK Festival, we're marketing communication. We walk around like we actually do something, and we mean something, and we're very fancy-pantsy. We give out cards and LinkedIn and whatever, and when you come home back to your young dog, Joy, you go, where's your good boy? Where's your Joy? Where is... Yes, the DK Festival. Yes, mommy got drunk. Mommy got drunk. True? There you go. That's the dog voice. That's the dog voice. The dog has no clue what she's saying, but the dog knows high-pitched voice, bigger movements in the face, bigger movements here. I need to be engaged. I need to be inspired. It's food, it's play, she's happy, it's cocaine. I don't know. But when you're mad at Joy or you want her to focus, you will go, Joy, fetch. Or be like, Joy, bad dog. Bad dog. You're deaf and old. Go away. The cat is my favorite. You do that, and the dog also doesn't understand, but it knows, ooh, I need to watch out. This is important, I need to do something. It works with humans, and it works with animals. Same with a baby. No one goes, maybe in Croatia, I don't know, but nobody goes up to a baby and goes like, hey, how you doing? You hungry? You don't do that. Automatically, everybody, no matter if you're a guy with this big arms, you don't go to the crib like that. You go like, oh, yeah, you're cute, huh? You look hungry. Yes, you're hungry. Yeah. That's what we all do, including you. I want to see that. Including you. Baby doesn't understand, you get the principle, doesn't understand, but it looks at the tone of voice and your movements. So when you are truly you, your body and voice knows what to do. But what happens when we go with a client into a Teams call, when we have to pitch, when maybe someday you stand on stage at DK Festival? You take your PowerPoint, you focused everything on the content, you're like, all right, so the campaign we did yesterday was a real big success. If we look at the data, okay, go one slide back. Okay, if we look at the data, I see so many meetings in corporates, there's more atmosphere at a funeral than in corporate meetings. Why? Because for some reason we rationalize and we think that this is the best way to bring a story. No, you don't have to pretend like this. We want to go campaigning, of course. But you get the idea. You get the idea. Let's do a quick. Let's see the time. Oh, nice. Let's do a quick. Focus. Let's do a quick test here, gentlemen in the front. Do you have a favorite hobby? Skiing. Ooh, so you just went skiing. Where do you ski? Austria, Italy?
It's a hobby I pay for. I run a ski company.
Oh, you ran a ski company. That's marketing, because I asked him a question like, where do you ski? And he all of a sudden started, I have a company, and I asked you, where do you ski? Austria, does Croatia have mountains?
Yes, beautiful mountains. Actually, Croatia is one of the nicest ski areas. It's right above the Rika, where when the snow falls,
Yeah.
there's a nice cottage.
Yeah. Stay there. Stay there.
And you overlook the ocean.
There you go. I knew it. When I saw his pupils, it was, yeah, there you go. Now, very nice. But you like skiing. And why do you like skiing besides the fact that you started your whole business into skiing? What's the reason?
Because it just makes you a better day.
It makes, gives you a better day.
When you spend the time with friends and family out there in the mountains, you
There you go. There you go. Very nice. You're already doing it. You're already doing it. Because if you talk to someone, or someone asks you in the elevator and you go up to the top floor and asks you, what do you do, what do you like to do in your spare time? The normal reaction would be, also with this presentation, would be, well, I run a ski company, I really love to ski. In Croatia, you also have mountains, so we do a lot of exercises there. And when I ski, you know, it feels like this is my day, you feel alive. That's okay. But like you just did it and almost fell off your chair, you were already doing it. So you were going, it's like, I run a ski company. I really love being in a ski company because I started it from a passion for skiing. I grew up close to the Croatian mountains, and if you know the mountains, they're beautiful. Everybody goes to Austria and Italy, but Croatia is the place to be. And when I'm skiing, when I'm on that slope, I'm not just doing a sport. I'm not just thinking about which ski is best for my business. I feel alive. I feel alive. I feel like this is actually what living is about. Being with your friends, skiing to the bar, having a good time. And yes, it's business, but most of the time, it's community. It's spending time and energy with the people you love in nature on a mountain. You could also say that, right? There you go. Come on.
You're coming to know.
There you go. There you go. Thank you so much.
What's the good news? It's happening here in October.
Awesome. It's always here. It's always here. It's always here. But I exaggerated for the talk. I'm not saying that you should talk like that all the time. But do you see with other speakers, with other people that are really good at pitching, telling their story, that this is happening? Some people are not. He wants me to nod, so I nod. But I hope you see. Yeah, if you look at the Barack Obama's story, this is what they master. And now some people might think, so I always have to start with being excited, you know, bigger movements, higher pitched voice, and then I slow it down. No. There is no right order. Just like within music, within movies, there's no right order. There's just what do you want your audience to feel at what time. So I could do the same thing. Let's say this is some sort of TED Talk that you get invited to. There you go. And you start the other way around because you want a different emotion. You want, like with the dog, you want them to focus and know it's important. So its room is silent. Antonia just announced me. You come on stage, instead of the big ski thing, come on stage. By 2050, there will be 9 billion people on this planet. We only have food for 8. That's a problem. But we can do something about it, because we already have the solution. We already have the solution. I'll tell you about the solution, and so on. See how that's a whole different beginning. I chose that you first need to focus, this is important, and then go up, and afterwards go back down. Listen to music, listen to movies, it's always this. And what most people do is this. Or you're super excited and you only go like this. And people are afterward, please be silent. You don't want that. So remember, who you are, you're only using 20% of what you can do because you're too much in your head. Look at yourself with family and friends. Look at you on the slopes in the bar. We're seeing the best version of you. I want that version on stage. I want that version in a Zoom call. I want that version pitching. And people like Antonia will maybe remember one or two things. But years from now, you will come up to me and say, Marnik, I had no clue what you talked about, but I loved it. I want to take you skiing. I want to take you to the next conference. And that's the goal. You want to sell your campaign. You want to sell your product. You want to sell yourself. 90% of all communication is this. That's why I'm so passionate about it. We focus on content, on slides. There's nothing wrong with that. You have to have good content. Slides are great. 10%. 90% is this.